Some people may be sort of intimidated by the fact that they haven't had an original, album in a number of years, but you seem to be liberated by it.
I am, because, I've written so much for so many other people. I've written like 1,000 songs, and I'm not exaggerating, in the past 10, 12 years since I started to really write for other people and with other people. I write every day. So I could just make an album based on a month of my writing.
And the way you're describing your songwriting process, it seems like you're not really struggling for inspiration. Like, do you just walk out the door and they just sort of come to you, or how does that work right now?
Yeah, I mean, and when they don't, that's okay. I mean, I've gone through that pain and suffering of not getting anything, and let it go.
So when you kind of let it go, then you're almost more open to
I think
ideas.
Part of the artistic struggle is just that, that constant fear you won't have an idea. I think you have to live. You got to just live, and put it down for a second, and then walk away. And I paint now too. Painting has helped so much. It's given me so many metaphors for going back to being a songwriter or back to being a singer. I think it's really great to take up other forms of art practice, because then you can go back to your natural one, a little more armed, a little more enlightened, and so doing that has also really, really helped.
Talk to me about the metaphor of sort of navigating those sometimes choppy waters of family life and what that means for the album.
Well, first of all, I'm very much a water baby. I was born and raised in the prairies, but always veered toward the Manitoba-Ontario border for the lakes. And then as I've grown up, my parents worked really hard, and they always took us to some kind of a beach at some point to warm up from the Winnipeg, chill. And I'm so in love with the sea, with the ocean. And I find myself there often and observing the very vast amounts of the poetry that exists in the ocean.
Rain and 3 boys. They're going to be young men soon.
They
are.
are.
How do you deal with that, for lack of a better term, male energy?
It's funny. There was this overlap. There's this period where, okay, my husband's on tour, and I was at home. And now I'm away, and he'll be at home. And the last week before I was leaving, the kids went crazy because mommy was leaving. Boys with their mom alone, I think, is very different than boys with dad alone. Because daddy is, silverback. Daddy will just shut things down, And I'm an alpha for sure. I know I am, but I'm not a male, and so to shut 3 boys down, I can do it, but I have to get mean, and I hate my mean voice, and that's my weakness. That is the weakness. Never let them know that you hate your mean voice, Mom. As soon as you let them know you hate it, they've got you where they want you forever. That's the problem.
All right, words of wisdom.
Never let them know. That is my mistake. It's done. Damage done. I try to stay mean, but, and then they've got me, and then they just completely flip it.